We hope you were with us before brunch for the Archery Trophy Awards for 2018. It is exciting for Grand Slam Club Ovis to present the Super Slam Big Game Trophy Awards. There are many of you in the audience awaiting the opportunity to receive your award. We want to take this opportunity to thank all who have made the effort to be with us for our Archery and Firearm Trophy Awards. We want to direct your attention to the screen, as you will be seeing each of the great winners for this year's competition. We ask the winners to quickly make your way to the stage to receive your beautiful plaque. We also ask the audience to hold your applause until all awards recipients have been recognized. Our first category will be for the Bears of North America, and the Black Bear is up first. Robert Britz took a black bear in British Columbia in May of 2017, which earned him the Bronze Award with an SEI score of 19 7/16. The Silver Award goes to Farley Daniels for his 2017 bear taken in British Columbia. His bear scored 19 10/16 SEI. Russell Wangan is receiving the Gold Award for a bear he took in British Columbia in May of 2017. This bear had an SEI score of 19 11/16. Next up for the Platinum Award is James Zemer for his 2013 black bear taken in Alaska. His bear scored 19 13/16 SEI. The top Diamond Award for Black Bear goes to Gustavo Arvello for his 2017 bear. Gustavo was hunting in Alaska, and his bear had an SEI score of 20 1/16. Moving along now to the Grizzly Bears, first up is Mike Knudsen. He gets the Silver Award for his grizzly taken in April of 2017. It scored 22 15/16 SEI. For the Gold Award, we have a tie. First up is David Houghton for the grizzly he took in September of 2017 with an SEI score of 23 0/16. Next is Jay Link, who gets the second Gold Award for his 2015 bear taken in the Yukon, which also had an SEI score of 23 0/16. The Platinum Award for Grizzly category belongs to Rick Warren. His British Columbia bear was taken in 2014 and had an SEI score of 23 6/16. The top Diamond Award goes to Farley Daniels for his June 2017 bear taken in British Columbia. It had an SEI score of 23 14/16. All Alaska brown bears have to come from Alaska. We begin with the Bronze Award, and we have a tie. First up is Gustavo Arvello, who took his bear in May of 2017 with an SEI score of 25 8/16. Next for the second Bronze Award is Bela Hedveji, who took his bear in 2015 with the same SEI score of 25 8/16. George Goodrich took a bear in May of 2014 that earned the Silver Award. His bear had an SEI score of 26 3/16. The Gold Award goes to John Bottomley for a bear he took in May of 2014 with a score of 26 4/16 SEI. Arthur Goodrich is up next to receive the Platinum Award for his 2014 bear. That bear had an SEI score of 26 11/16. The Diamond Award goes to George Bierman, who took his bear in May of 2016 and had an SEI score of 27 10/16. Now to the White Bear of the North. We had only one entry this year, and the top Diamond Award goes to Robert Mays Jr. His bear was taken in April of 2016 in Nunavut. The bear had an SEI score of 20 4/16. We are now finished with the biggest of the predators, but there is another one as part of the Super Slam, as mentioned during the Archery Awards. Of course, its most common names are mountain lion and cougar. The Bronze Award for this category belongs to Jeff Schlachter. Jeff took his cat in Mexico in 2016. and it has an SEI score of 13 4/16. We call Robert Mays Jr. to the stage again to receive the Silver Award for his 2013 cat taken in his home state of Nevada. It had an SEI score of 13 8/16. The Gold Award for the Cougar category goes to Mark Farnham for a cougar he took in 2014. It had an SEI score of 14 7/16. Daryl Hosker took a cat in British Columbia in January of 2016. It has an SEI score of 14 12/16 and earns him the Platinum Award. Nick Hoffman was hunting in Montana when he took a really big cat that earned him the Top Diamond Award. Nick's cougar had an SEI score of 15 1/16, which put him at about number 16 in the all-time record book. We come now to the most common big game trophy in the world, and you should easily guess it is the white-tailed deer. This year, the bronze and silver awards for the white-tailed typical category goes to Jeff Schlachter. Those deer have typical SEI scores of 151 1/8 and 151 5/8 respectively. Donnie Young took his whitetail in his home state of Mississippi, and it earns him the Gold Award. Donnie's buck had a typical SEI score of 153 6/8. The Platinum Award for the typical trophy goes to William Lauer for the buck he took in September of 2017, which had a typical SEI score of 167 3/8. The Top Diamond Award for the typical whitetail category goes to Bob Ray for the buck he took in 2015. Bob hunted in Kansas, and that buck had a typical score of 177 5/8. The Platinum Award for whitetail non-typical category goes to Jason Lindbergh for the deer he took in September of 2014. Jason was hunting in Minnesota, and that buck had a non-typical SEI score of 177 3/8. We call William Lauer to the stage again to receive the Top Diamond Award in the non-typical category for his 2014 Iowa whitetail, which had a non-typical SEI score of 183 7/8. Next is the Coues deer. Even though it may be small, it is certainly big in the trophy hunting world. Don Detweiler traveled to Mexico in 2016 and took a Coues deer that scored 105 3/8 SEI and earned the Platinum Award. Brandon McCullough gets the Diamond Award for the Coues deer he took in Mexico in January of 2017. Brandon's deer had an SEI score of 107 3/8. One of the other most popular trophies in North America, or the world for that matter, is the mule deer. Nicholas Sainer gets the Bronze Award in the typical category for his muley taken in November of 2016. Nicholas hunted in Wyoming, and his deer had a typical score of 164 3/8. George Bierman took his deer in Wyoming back in 2015 to earn the Silver Award. His deer had a typical SEI score of 169 3/8. Next up is Roberto Cortazar, who took his buck in Mexico back in January of 2013. His buck had a typical SEI score of 176 2/8 and earned him the Gold Award. The Platinum Award goes to Brandon McCullough for his desert mule deer taken in Mexico in January of 2017. His desert buck scored 190 1/8 typical SEI. The Top Diamond Award in the typical category for mule deer goes to Madison Moore. Madison was hunting in her home state of Nevada when she scored on a giant muley. The deer had a typical SEI score of 198 3/8. Now we move to the non-typical category for mule deer. First up for the Bronze Award is Ty Day, who hunted in Texas back in 2015 to take his buck with a non-typical score of 177 1/8 SEI. Brandon Goodwin hunted in Colorado in 2016 and took the buck, which earned him the Silver Award. His buck had a non-typical score of 180 6/8 SEI. The gold award goes to Denise Soroka for the buck she took on a 2014 self-guided hunt in Alberta. It had a non-typical SCI score of 186 and 4/8. For the Platinum Award, we again call Brandon Goodwin. Brandon was once again hunting in Colorado in 2015 when he took this buck with a non-typical score of 188 and 7/8 SCI. The top Diamond Award for mule deer in the non-typical category goes to Brock Brimhall. Brock was hunting in Arizona in 2016 and took this giant buck which had a non-typical SCI score of 274 and 0/8. The photo you see here is about as good as they get, both trophy-wise and quality of the photography. Next, we come to the Sitka Blacktail category. Milton Schultz was hunting in Alaska in 2016 when he took this buck, which earned him the Silver Award. It had an SCI score of 82 and 3/8. Dan Sharmer gets the Gold Award for his buck taken in November 2016. His buck came from Alaska and had an SCI score of 94 and 2/8. The Platinum Award goes to Armin Avedizian for the Sitka buck he took in November of 2016. It came from Alaska and scored 109 and 6/8 SCI. We again call Dan Sharmer to receive the Top Diamond Award for another Alaska buck. It had an SCI score of 110 and 5/8. The fifth and last deer listed for the Super Slam is the Columbia Blacktail. This year, the Platinum Award goes to Robert Mays Jr. for the deer he took in 2016, which had an SCI score of 93 and 2/8 non-typical. Chris Muller gets the Diamond Award for his Columbia Blacktail he took in California back in 2016. That buck scored 109 and 1/8 SCI. We move now to the 3 elk of the Super Slam. The first up is the Rocky Mountain variety. Jay Link hunted in Arizona in September of 2016 and connected with a big bull that scored 297 and 3/8 SCI typical. That bull earns the Silver Award. Bob Ray is up next. His Utah bull came in November of 2015 with a typical SCI score of 324 and 0/8 SCI to earn the Gold Award. Brandon Goodwin hunted in Colorado with his muzzleloader and took an elk that had a typical SCI score of 340 and 1/8. It earned the Platinum Award. He took that bull in September of 2015. The Top Diamond Award this year goes to Sam Murfitt. Sam took this great bull while hunting in Montana back in 2016. His elk had a typical SCI score of 380 and 2/8. It is pretty uncommon for us to find the need to recognize non-typical Rocky Mountain elk. However, for these 2018 awards, we had 4 really big entries. The Silver Award in the non-typical category for Rocky Mountain elk goes to Jamie Arnett. He took his bull in Alberta in 2016, and it had a non-typical SCI score of 400 and 0/8. Rick Warren gets the Gold Award for the Arizona bull he took in July of 2017. Rick's elk had a non-typical SCI score of 409 and 6/8. The Platinum Award goes to Ty Day for an elk he took in 2014 while hunting in Oklahoma. His bull scored 422 and 6/8 non-typical. The Top Diamond Award for the non-typical category goes to Brock Brimhall for a great New Mexico bull taken in August of 2017. It had a non-typical SCI score of 427 and 1/8. Next, we come to the Roosevelt elk, and this year the Bronze Award goes to Robert Mays Jr. for the bull he took in 2017. He was hunting in Oregon, and his trophy had an SCI score of 272 and 4/8. Thomas Lundgren takes the Silver Award for the Roosevelt elk category. His bull was taken in California in 2015 and had an SCI score of 294 and 3/8. The Gold Award goes to Rick Warren for his British Columbia elk he took in 2016. His trophy had an SCI score of 301 and 4/8. For the Platinum, we call Corey Smith for the elk he took in October of 2016. Corey was hunting in British Columbia, and his bull scored 330 and 2/8 SCI. Craig Huff takes the Top Diamond Award for the Roosevelt Elk category. Craig's trophy was taken in British Columbia in 2017 and scored 358 and 6/8 SCI. The Thule elk is the third of the three on the Super Slam list. Dwight Gokenar hunted in July of 2017 and took a Thule scoring 290 and 2/8 SCI. The bull gets the Bronze Award. The Silver Award goes to William Lauer for the Thule he took in July of 2017. It scored 295 and 7/8 SCI. Rick Warren is up for the Gold Award for the Thule he took in 2014. Rick's elk had an SCI score of 307 and 0/8. Up next is Lee Anderson. He took a great trophy in July of 2017 to earn the Platinum Award. His elk scored 332 and 5/8 SCI. We call Corey Smith to the stage again, but this time for the Thule elk he took in August of 2017. That bull had an SCI score of 339 and 2/8 and earns him the Top Diamond Award. The first trophy in the caribou category is the mountain variety. David Schrader is up first for the Gold Award. He took his bull in British Columbia in September of 2017 and it scored 324 and 4/8 SCI. Jay Link receives the Platinum Award for the mountain caribou he took in the Yukon. The bull was taken in September of 2015 and scored 383 and 6/8 SCI. GSCO Director Mark Hampton takes the Top Diamond Award for the mountain caribou category. Mark was hunting in Northwest Territories in September of 2017 and connected with a bull that scored 411 and 3/8 SCI. We move along now to the woodland caribou. Garland Hamilton is up first for the Bronze Award. He took his caribou in October of 2015 and it scores 249 and 7/8 SCI. The Silver Award goes to Robert Mays Jr. for the trophy he took in October of 2015. That woodland had an SCI score of 264 and 5/8. William Lauer is up for the woodland caribou he took in 2016. That bull had an SCI score of 288 and 1/8 and earned him the Gold Award. The Platinum Award goes to Milton Schultz for his 2016 caribou. His trophy had an SCI score of 295 and 6/8. The Top Diamond Award goes to Rick Warren for a bull he took in October of 2015. It had an SCI score of 332 and 1/8. Now we move to the Quebec Labrador Caribou category. Up first for the Gold Award we call Jeff Lappy. Jeff was hunting in September of 2017 and took his bull with an SCI score of 284 and 1/8. The Platinum Award goes to Ray Anderson for his September 2017 trophy that has an SCI score of 306 and 1/8. The Top Diamond Award goes to Neil Porter for the bull he took in September of 2017. It had an SCI score of 375 and 5/8 SCI. We now move to the Central Canadian Bearing Ground Caribou, which is usually shortened to CCBG. Both the Gold and Platinum Awards go to William Lauer for the bulls he took in Nunavut in 2016. Those bulls had SCI scores of 295 and 1/8 and 305 and 7/8 respectively. The Diamond Award goes to Brandon Goodwin for the 2015 bull he took in Nunavut. That trophy had a score of 380 and 5/8 SEI. There are 3 different moose trophy types needed for the Super Slam, and first we come to the one known simply as the Canada Moose. Pete Mowbray hunted in British Columbia in 2013 and scored on a bull measuring 420 and 4/8 SEI. That trophy earned the Gold Award for Pete. The Platinum Award goes to William Lauer for his British Columbia moose he took in 2015. It had an SEI score of 439 and 2/8. The top Diamond Award in the Canada Moose category goes to Doug Roth for his fine trophy he took in British Columbia in 2016 with an SEI score of 451 and 3/8. Now for the Alaska Yukon Moose category. Robert Mays Jr. gets the Bronze Award for his Alaska trophy taken in September of 2017. It scored 455 and 1/8 SEI. The Silver Award goes to Barry Rumpel for the trophy he connected on in September of 2016 in Alaska. Barry's moose had an SEI score of 457 and 5/8. Mark Sullins receives the gold for his Alaska Yukon moose he took in September of 2016. Mark hunted in the Yukon and his trophy scores 485 and 3/8 SEI. The Platinum Award goes to Jeff Schlachter for moose he took in the Yukon in 2016. Jeff's fine trophy scored 498 and 3/8 SEI. We call James Zemer to receive the Top Diamond Award for his Alaska trophy taken in 2016. It had an SEI score of 511 and 6/8. This year we have only one entry for the Shiras Moose category, and the Diamond Award goes to Bob Ray for his Alberta Moose. Bob was hunting in October in 2016 when he took this bull with an SEI score of 319 and 3/8. We now come to the top 5 trophies representing the bison category for 2018. Barry Rumpel hunted in Alaska in January of 2016 and took a bison with an SEI score of 60 and 4/8 to earn the Bronze Award. The Silver Award goes to Jeff Lebo, who hunted in South Dakota in 2016 and took a bull which had an SEI score of 66 and 3/8. Corey Smith takes the Gold Award for his Colorado Buffalo he got in February of 2017. It scored 67 and 3/8 SEI. Beverly Valdez scored on an Alaskan bison in October of 2017. It had an SEI score of 67 and 6/8 and earned the Platinum Award. The Top Diamond Award goes to Steve Habarka for his Colorado bison he took in January of 2017. It scored 69 and 0/8 SEI. One must travel to the frozen north to earn a trophy in the muskox category. Jonathan Moody hunted in Northwest Territories back in 2016 and took a muskox measuring 69 and 5/8 SEI. That bull earned him the Bronze Award. William Murphy gets the Silver Award for his Nunavut muskox he took in April of 2017, measuring 74 and 3/8 SEI. The Gold Award for the muskox category goes to Blaine St. James for his April 2016 trophy taken in Nunavut, which measured 78 and 0/8 SEI. Next, we have Chris Maxwell and his Platinum Award-winning muskox from Nunavut. It was taken in April of 2017 and had an SEI score of 83 and 7/8. Gary Mefford takes the Top Diamond Award for the muskox category with a great bull taken in Nunavut in August of 2017. Gary's trophy had an SEI score of 87 and 4/8. The American Mountain Goat can be entered for our Capra Trophy Awards, but there it has to compete with Capra goats from around the world. For the Super Slam Big Game Trophy Awards, this American trophy has its own category. The Bronze Award goes to Robert Mays Jr. for the goat he took in his home state of Nevada. He hunted in September of 2014, and his trophy scored 29 5/8 SEI. James Zemer gets the Silver Award for the goat he took in Alaska in 2016. It has an SEI score of 30 4/8. Moving right along, we come to Joe Miles, who gets the Gold Award for his September 2017 goat he also took in Alaska. That trophy had an SEI score of 32 0/8. Daniel Boddy traveled to British Columbia in September of 2016 to take the goat that earns him the Platinum Award. It has a whopping SEI score of 33 1/8. The top Diamond Award goes to Cameron Winter for the magnificent trophy he took in 2016. He was hunting in British Columbia, and his goat had an SEI score of 34 0/8. North America is known for only one antelope, and it is the unique pronghorn. First up, we call Alan Brimacombe to receive the Bronze Award for his Alberta pronghorn he took in October of 2014. It had an SEI score of 76 6/8. Rick Warren takes the Silver Award for a pronghorn he took back in 2014 in Arizona. Rick's antelope had an SEI score of 82 2/8. For the Gold Award, we call Justin Ragazine for the pronghorn he took in October of 2015 in New Mexico. The antelope scored 82 3/8 SEI. Mark Farnham receives the Platinum Award for the antelope he took in September of 2016 in Wyoming. It had an SEI score of 86 4/8. The top Diamond Award for the pronghorn category goes to Steve Habarka for the antelope he took in October of 2016 in New Mexico. Steve's fine trophy had an SEI score of 87 0/8. That completes our Super Slam Trophy Awards for 2018. There are more awards to come, but for now, let's give all these winners a really big round of applause.